I'm Tyrion, heir of Anarion.
Okay, seems I'm live. It's been a while since I did anything live, so sorry about that. Oh, the sound is fine actually as well.
Champion of the lady.
Okay, seems I'm live. It's been a while since I did. Let me check. What would be the best way to check for the sieges? Let me see. Is Luan starting with it? No. So how are they going to do that with Bretonia all full? Might be a debuff for Bretonia actually. What about Kemmler? Kemmler might have a problem. Is Heinrich Kemmler? He doesn't. So how does Kemmler deal with that? Because he has to go into a lot of places with a lot of sieges. Maybe I should test it out. No? I'm gonna test it out, but definitely I'm not gonna go in legendary. In fact, I want to check normal. And if I have difficulties, then so will a lot of people. Let me just go with normal here, but I'll put the stats here because I cannot achieve it without. Yeah. Let me just check. Yeah, let's see. I think so. I think Heinrich Kemmler is a good one. Insta ladders. When checked eligible units, the cards will cover ladders. No, that's exactly what we don't want. Because we're going to check how that would become. Yep. So let's go for it. Okay. Yeah, development in progress, that's fine. Just want to see what would happen. Barrow Legion. It's fine. All that I want to know is really how... Who is having... Yeah, the Castle Artois, likely. Gonna have that. Karak Ziflin, we won't. What do we want here? Income? I don't think so. I think I would go for this. Locks recruitment of skeletons and fellbats. Well, that would be nice, but not exactly the most important part. Like, for sure I want Cairn Wraiths. They shouldn't be tier 3. I could get just the walls, but I already have them, so that's fine. Get just the income. So how much income here? Yeah, I guess I can go for income building. Yeah. And what can you recruit? You can recruit some bats. Okay, you can get something like this. Yeah, it's okay. Research, we're gonna go over here. Mainly because it's the dead prize again and we want to go into crypt ghouls. And then not crypt ghouls, sorry, into Cairn Wraiths as fast as possible. I could get the Lamian book, I guess. Yeah, but that's not what it's going to be the biggest trouble here. So yeah. Let's fight it out. Really want to go over to Castle Artois and see what I can find. I'm just going to fight it up. I'm checking also the chat on Discord. So if sometimes you don't hear the volume, it's because I alt-tabbed. If there's anyone seeing right now, actually. So yeah, I didn't even see the enemy army. It does just have one knights errant, peasant bowman, and then some peasant mobs, men at arms. Yeah, nothing too important here, of course. So I was like this. This guy's gonna be a 4. Okay, all of these are 5. So give me like this. There we go. Number 5. I think I should go here. These are just fodder, so might as well just send them over there. Fight the knights errant and then send in the 2 spears. Yeah, there we go. You can fight the knights errant there. You have Vanguard. Can I deploy on this side? Or anywhere? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. It really wants me to go through the bridge here. It's been a while since I played this one, so yeah, I think I'll do just fine. Where is Kemmler? He's gonna go here. Necromancer is gonna go here. The bats, they're gonna be important. I'm gonna put them here. So yeah, start deployment, start battle. I have to remember that this is normal, but with stats increased. So like that should be way easier than what typically I fight against. But it's really just to see what we can find actually. Where's the zombies? Come on, just go through. Just have some heals here, that's okay. I have to check how the sieges go as soon as possible. I thought of Kemmler, because it's likely going to have some level of sieging very soon. I can send in the bats. Send you in here. You guys can already go in. Kemmler, let's summon Krell to fight against Shilfroy. Let's get some healing there. Yeah, they're not so tough. I should have used the Foe Seeker, but I didn't. Okay, I gotta remove this. Come on, bats, don't lose them. So what I have here is all zombies and Krell. That's fine. I can actually do this for the Hex Wraiths. That's fine. Everything here is crumbling. Yeah, let me just zoom in and see some of the action. I don't typically manage to do this, but this is an easy battle. Peasant mobs and men-at-arms, yeah, you can kill them. And I can send these guys over. Yeah, that's victory. That's way too fast of a victory. And battle, really don't want these guys to survive, but still, might as well let them. Unit of peasant bowmen, it's fine, so I guess it's okay. I could get army replenishment or some gold. I think gold is really more important with Krell. Yeah, lots of stuff that I don't need to read. Do I get more stuff? Yes, I get. He already has one, so might as well recruit another one. Should I? How much do I need? I have one only. And I'm getting another one. No, I'm not. Keep forgetting, yeah, that's why we get this. It's the blood kiss. So, what is this settlement? Hold on. Is it a minor settlement? No. So, I'm just gonna auto this. Wow, it gave me a lot of problems. Okay, that's cool. Gruth is fine. Kemmler gets restless. You get replenished troops. And we should be fine with this. I actually prefer to do this. There we go. Okay, I don't have anyone to recruit better. I do. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to do the siege here against Castle Artois next turn. Diplomacy quickly. Yeah, let's just get some gold from whatever we can.
I will. Bow before the honor before glory.
Yep. So we don't have any issues there. All right. So the idea is just to check how things have changed in terms of this. I don't have anything more interesting. I would have a unit of dogs, but dogs are not going to cut this. Let me see a first siege. I don't really care for winning. There we go. We cannot auto-resolve. We have to continue siege. We cannot fight the battle even because I don't have anything that is siege attacker. Okay, so I can get one battering ram, and that is one turn. Can get a vampire count siege tower 2, actually, and that's one turn. And I can get a PH siege ladder, and that's times 2. So how much? That's perfect. One turn, and I get two ladders, 2 vampire count siege towers, and 1 battering ram. Okay, let's continue the siege. I think if they remove the attrition that we take in every single circumstance when sieging, I think that's a good change. So this is already one turn that we wouldn't have to wait, that we do. And that changes the dynamic of things a little bit. So already that's a big nerf immediately to Heinrich Kemmler. Like, there's no way you can get anything that would do this. There's no Raise the Dead here that would allow that. So yeah, that's already a kind of a nerf. But still, I want to see how the whole system goes. I know that the tower's not going to have as much range too. So yeah, let's watch it. Okay. That's actually quite good. I can auto-resolve it even and not lose anything, so I mean, that's cool. Let's fight it out. He does have a catapult there. That's okay. Just checking in the main squares and stuff here on Discord. Okay. Let's start deployment. I don't need that. So, towers. Okay, I don't see the range, but it's 200. That's almost archer ranged, but it is quite a lot of damage there. So I want to split to see how that affects my army. Likely I'm going to lose some units, but I want to split. I want to see how effective this is dealing with this. Can I... what units should I use for that? So something with... oh, by the way, let's check the towers, the ladders. Yeah, that's fine. It's a template. I guess it's pretty cool if they're going to make them, you know, kind of like these siege towers that we never get to see, and they're so awesome. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Well, we never get to see... I do see them, but not as much as I would like, to be honest. So who knows? Things change, and you will actually have to siege some stuff. Okay. So let me take the... who should lead it? I think the zombies, honestly. Yeah. I'm gonna drop that siege equipment. I'm gonna drop that. Drop that. I want the crypt ghouls. And the Cairn Wraiths to have the towers. So everyone here. There we go. You are going to have the Vampire Count's Tower. You're going to have the other Count's Tower. You're going to have the ladders. You're going to have the other ladders. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, this is a problem. When I take away the ladders, where do they stay? I know that the battering ram is here. Where's the other ladder? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's cool. And you're gonna go on the Vampire Count's battering ram. So this is fine. This is fine as well. I can split it up a little bit. Yeah, you're gonna go here. I'm gonna have some zombies to overcome. So which units are here? I don't want these. Yes, hold on. Let me put this here. Where's the secondary gate? There we go. This guy. There we go. This guy's gonna go on the other side. I know I'm going slow. Just want to see the effects of this, you know, in terms of strategy. So I'm gonna split my army almost evenly. And that'll be group 3. This is 1 and 2. So 1 Hamlet is going to go here. Group 3. Yep. All are going to go here. You're going to have the bats. There we go, Betsy. And on the other side, we're going to have group number 2. He can hit the gatehouse. But how much hit points? That's double. That's an amazing gate health. Wow. Okay, that's a lot more, actually, than I was used to. Okay, that's cool. This is group 5, and these are groups 6. Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna need too much here. I want to hide these guys. Come on, hide them. There we go. And over here, you're fine. Yep. Seems like I'm okay. 1, 3, and 4. Okay. So let's start it out. Seems like they are all completely here. And yes, I actually deployed the limit of the deployment is actually that. Okay, that's cool. I am going to attack the as soon as they start firing on someone. That's where we go. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna go over here. There we go. I may be giving them a slight chance by doing this. I can hit this. I don't know if that's going to do any difference here. I can summon Krell. Let me see Krell against the gate. Yep. Okay. These guys are doing fine. Some men-at-arms there. I think I'm going to withdraw them. I'm just making things more difficult for me. Can already see the damage there. That's actually quite cool. Vehicle health 95%. Okay. That's cool. That's alright. I got rid of one. I know that there's a field trebuchet there. So as soon as these guys are done with that, they're going to go all the way against that field trebuchet. There we go. We're almost done. And we've reached with the ladders. That's cool. I mean, I don't see a lot of defender's advantage here. It's kind of like the same, really. We reached with this. Let's have the Cairn Wraiths. They talked about the possibility of Cairn Wraiths, for instance, attacking. And that would be great if that happens. Okay, you still have that bug. But he does a decent damage there. So with Kemmler, it seems like... Yeah, look at this. They're already going... There's no ladders. I can dock here. Let me just double check. You guys are fine dealing with that? Yes. Did I open the ladder, the gate? Yes, I did. So what we have here... Yeah, those are doing some nasty damage. Let's go here. You will hunt down those peasant bowmen. You can go here. You can go there. I think it's fine overall how it's working. Yeah. So what can I do? Can I cast here? Nope. It takes time for them to go through the ladders, by the way. Quite a lot of time. I would increase the widths if it was possible, but yeah. And Kemmler is nearly... Yeah. This guy is nearly here. So... Can I heal these guys up? Am I in range? I think so. I think so. Zombies over there. I gotta be careful with those spearmen at arms. Yeah, so these guys, I'm just gonna retreat them. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of the pathfinding issue still. Look at this. Yeah, you know, like this. It's just difficult to navigate. Yeah, this is something that could be a lot smoother. It is a little bit, but could be a lot smoother. Yeah. Okay, so Kemmler is fine. I have to withdraw. Can I use this? Or should I withdraw somewhere else? Oh! Well, she's doing quite a lot of damage. I'm going to lose that unit. Because I cannot heal it. Okay. Let me go for Skeleton Warriors getting braver. So yeah, see, even in normal, I'm having that difficulty of micromanaging a couple of locations. Yes, I'm not doing that good of a job, but still, it's a siege and you gotta be careful. And I'm not going for any cheese here or anything like that. But you don't get everyone at once like it used to be. That's for sure, unless you build up a lot of stuff. I did lose my unit of Cairn Wraiths. I hope that they can recover. That was mostly because of all of this. Well, the fact of that I have so much damage is because of the prophetess, actually. There's a tower there. And Kemmler can go in. You can do some damage.
The summoning begins.
Okay. Capturing. That's to destroy the towers, by the way. Yep. And you're doing fine here. Krell is gonna attack there. Yeah, so it's difficult. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna send the Karen Wraiths. No, I gotta be careful because they won't have the same support. You know, usually you would go with all the ladders, so you gotta rethink things a little bit. I think the experience is against me in this case. You know, I can send these dogs out here. What are you fighting? Okay, and that's a victory. Yeah, because of course army losses. But yeah, it's not exactly the easiest. You gotta think twice on how to do things, I think. Is anyone in chat? I don't know, really. The YouTube sometimes says, oh, there's people, then sometimes it says it isn't, and I don't know how it updates, actually. It's not exactly the most experienced with YouTube live streaming. Yeah, definitely. And it didn't regrow. Really? It didn't regrow? Didn't come back? Okay, loot and occupy now. Let's just occupy normally. So I guess any items that will actually give me siege attacker now suddenly become much more important for him. Yeah, I want this. The upkeep and the replenishment. Yeah. You're gonna go for boosting him in that spell. There we go. What can I get? One more. Can I recruit any good units? Not yet. I do think Castellatois can do this just easily. Commandment, local recruitment capacity, no income, growth and construction costs. Yeah, there we go. So I'm thinking, who has the next castle to go for? Carrick Ziflin, do I have walls? It does tell you if they have walls, by the way, here. I think I can go to Castle Baston, but that will be the same thing. I'm thinking just finishing it up and checking out some other lord. So I like that. This is a different one. This is a different take here. I should have checked the gates there, but maybe I can have a defensive siege if I go Empire, like our friends or something like that. Although in the beginning he doesn't have a lot of sieges to do. Like offensive sieges, I think I can see how it goes. Defensive would be either the Empire or who? Who gets to defend? Oh, let me check. Hold on. Let me check Archeon. How does it work? Because he doesn't start with anything. Does it start with a siege attacker? No. He doesn't. Is he a siege attacker? Hold on. Because I remember he has to go one. Has Archeon kept it? No, it hasn't. How does it work? Hold on. How does it work actually with him? I wonder. Hi everyone in chat. If you're there, you can make yourself heard. I know that I'm not too enthusiastic. The reason is because I slept 3 hours thanks to my little boy, who is 2 tomorrow. Actually, it's his birthday tomorrow. So yeah, he celebrated it by not sleeping, as every single 2-year-old or soon to be 2-year-old. Okay, hold on. How does he do this siege here? Because that's a walled settlement. Does the hero have it? doesn't. Okay, this should be interesting. So, not the warband upgrades. I cannot recruit anything yet, can I? I can. There we go. And I want to just go here. I'll auto-resolve it. I don't lose anything. Okay, okay. Imagine that you auto-resolve this one because you're tired for whatever reason, like me. Regiment of Renown unlocked. I got some souls, but that's not going to be for now. And now suddenly I'm like, oh, I don't have any place to go. Route Marcher. Increased experience gained, fighting the forces of order, of course, so that's not it. Now let's just get some more training. And let's see it. Yeah, he cannot do it in one turn anymore. Okay, so you have a slower start with Archeon as well. Okay. And this is always 2-2-1. Did they change this? I know that, for instance, Chaos Dwarfs had 4, and I think Chaos Dwarfs had ×4 here as well. But it does seem like, yeah. Oh, see? Doesn't have enough strength, so you really have to fight that up. So, siege ladders are kind of like the same with the battering rams. Okay. Is this an immense... Let me see, because I literally am on normal. Am I not? Hold on. Did I change that? Yeah, normal. Of course, the A stats are here, but those don't interfere on the auto-resolve. That's very poor auto-resolve, actually, for Archeon. So let me wait one turn and see what I can do. That's interesting. See, if these guys don't have Siege Attacker, then a lot of these dynamics mean some of them can be killed, or, you know, because of faction potential and stuff. We can see Archeon being destroyed turn 1, that's for sure, unless he starts with the Rithing Fortress when he plays it to the AI. I don't know those small changes, you know, the small differences from what happens when you play and when you don't. Okay, you can auto-resolve that and you lose just 1. Let's fight it out and see what happens. So, Kemmler does not start with any way to do this. Hey Yin Yang! New sieges, you're about to see one. So, Archeon cannot siege on turn 1. So, Archeon cannot siege turn 1 either, which is interesting. So yeah. Welcome Yin Yang. So let me start the deployment, and yeah, it's like this is also placeholder. I just have ladders, and these towers are really a problem usually. So it's not like I can see the range yet. So yeah, I'll have to check it. Let me just put the ladders and the engines on one hotkey. Okay. I think these guys can do. Let me see how fast can they breach. Yeah, Archeon should totally have the siege attacker trait. A lot of these lords definitely should have it. I'm just seeing. Let me see if they overlooked something. Like if there's something that ought to have been there that they forgot. Maybe I can send all of these over here and the heroes here. Well, actually, let me put Archeon here and see how well he does against the ladder. Those remind me of Rome too. Yep, ladders are the same. These are placeholder precisely from the engine itself. So it's like the basic ones that they built for Rome 2, that's for sure. Which is why you're reminded of it. And now it's like, what are these guys doing on the fourth wall? And it's also going to start being, okay, who do we send first? Do we send the ram first? Do you send the ladders first? Like, this is annoying. It's one of those magic towers that do a lot of damage. So that's why I wanted to fight, because I know that this is a problem. But the good thing is, look, I can put my cavalry here. They're quite close. Well, they'll be in range, so I gotta be careful there. Yeah. But look at that. Yeah, these guys, I'm just sending them in. I'm kind of sad. I should have just sent the ladders and see if the vehicle health would get destroyed. I can redo this one and see if that happens. Because for now, this is a problem already. These guys are in single file. There's no reason for that. But as soon as I click there, do I change? No. Okay, that's okay. They're gonna take quite a while to destroy it, but we'll see. I have the Searing Doom. Where can I send it out? Yeah. He doesn't dodge at this difficulty, so that's cool. There we go. Yeah, look at that, if I'm not careful. Yeah, Slanesh versus Slanesh, it's a pain. Sorry that I didn't show you. I wanted to see if it would prompt them to attack. So far it doesn't seem like it. But I already destroyed the gates. The battering rams are super powerful. That's something good. It's like once they reach the gate, it's they're dead. You know? But this is a behavior that I've seen. They do this. They deploy in a way to quickly pass through the gates, and I don't know if that's something that people will like it, because it would make you know, it would make the AI easily exploitable. You know that they're going to deploy like that, and so I'm just telling them to attack. And are they going through the gate? It seems so, actually. They're actually splitting up and finding out different alternatives. Look at this. I have to babysit them a little bit. Look at that. They're just... Yeah, I have to babysit them a little bit because they are going through and you want them to go through the back and it's not doing. If I click like this, now they go because half of them are here, but these units are still going to take the back. So each entity has their own. Okay, it's kind of neat. But at the same time, I'd rather just send out over here. Yeah, because then suddenly they're under attack. So that's a pathfinding issue right there. Do I get to use the ladders? Okay, yes. They started moving, so I decided that. But look at the difference. These guys are hitting this for quite some time and haven't done anything there. Yeah, you're gonna attack here. I did lose a lot of marauders actually, so yeah, it's not as easy. Like I'm not doing tremendous effort. I hope you guys realize that. All that I want to do is check out how the sieges are going and whether or not they're changed. Well, I can go over here. He no longer controls the towers there. Or does he control? Yes, he still controls it. Okay, I hate these. They have such a high rate of fire. Yeah, they can go through there, so... I guess I can dodge it a little bit. Now, finally we got that. Okay. It's not the best for them, but still does some damage. You're doing just great damage there. Anyone around here? No. So you're just gonna go and pursue these units. You're gonna attack there, and you're gonna attack there. I might as well just do some damage to the devoted there. Not the best target. But yeah, I'm trying to play like, you know, a person would approach without too much knowledge of the game, to see how they would go for it and how they would enjoy it. I mean, the siege does seem like much more difficult to the offensive, but I would love to play a defensive siege, actually, to see how that would go. Okay, let's facilitate the help here of our friends. So of course magic will always help. You're fighting demonettes, so that's dangerous. Let's go over here. There we go. You can go here and conquer that. Let's attack over there. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage. Actually, I'm just going to use the spell. That will lure them away. And I'm going to attack there. But yeah, this feels like a lot more trouble than it would be. This siege, the towers are annoying, yes, but it would already be over. And right now, this is normal, so it would have already been over on legendary. That's for sure. Because putting the units there, regardless of the casualties, I would have gone. I would have had a lot of possibilities to surround and other units to affect them. So yeah, definitely this should have been over already. So Archeon is another one that has the problem. Who else? Let me see if I can find someone that doesn't have a lot of infantry and see how that works. If they have a siege attacker, if they not, how it would work. Yeah. Have you tried the beta? If you're there, Yin Yang, have you tried the beta already? By the way, if anyone else is also here, because I do not know, I don't have access to the number of people. Yin Yang is also a moderator on the Facebook group that I moderate, and also a creator. That's nice. I actually lost some stuff. So occupy, vassalize, that's always nice. Let me see if Archeon gets something. The mount, does it give him? It doesn't. So he won't ever have by himself. Is that true? Did they change something for that? Doesn't seem like it. So you can actually have the problem. Yeah, indeed. Archeon never gets to have the... yeah, he never gets to have the traits. Look at this. As soon as I get the horse, it doesn't have the siege attacker. Oh, wow. That's something that I can check out. So they don't. And you need one unit to do this. Okay, that's cool. Let me exit. I'm going to start a lot of these campaigns just to check these sort of situations. So Archeon, definitely something that has to be balanced out. Because that's a campaign that everyone would pick up at one point or another. Let me see someone that doesn't have a lot of infantry. Let me check. That's 4 units, but it does have some flyers, so it kind of compensates. That's 3 units. How does Morgur does this? That's a lot of cavalry, and of course you can knock on the doors. But even then... yeah, Morgur I'm going to consider. Torox likely has the trait. Let me check. Morgur, do you have? He doesn't. Okay. Taurox. He has siege attacker. Okay. What about Malagar? Don't tell me Malagar has siege attacker. He flies. To be just a pain. Kazrak doesn't have. Okay. So I think Morgur might be in a problem. Let me check with someone else.
I am the blood of shield.
You have a flyer,
My reputation.
lots of infantry. You can build up
Wishes the Grail.
catapult,
For Britannia.
catapult there.
My champ. Protector.
So for all these, maybe Leon has a problem. Let me check the Chaos Dwarfs, by the way. Astrogoth has some infantry. There's an artillery unit there. Nothing here. Yes. Astrogoth. Let me check if Astrogoth retains. Who retains it, actually? From the Chaos Dwarfs. Draswath. Do you have... You don't. Zayton. Do you have... You don't. And Astrogoth has Siege Attacker. Okay, so let's go with Draswath or something like that and see what happens there.
Bring me to my men.
Because it seemed like... Yeah, you're not going to siege with these units. Not easily. Does he have the necessity? Well, you're going to siege attacker here. But yeah. That's a difficult one. Because I'm thinking on the lords, it's difficult to try and remember every single lord. There's got to be someone that has a problem. Just commenting on Discord as well. So that's interesting. Okay. That's not. So Sentinels and Dark Hold. I can't remember where. So can't do any recruitment here. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me just get something better for the Hobgoblins. Let me get something better for these units. Rush construction. There we go. We are gonna need some warriors, that's for sure. Yeah, I can get some more units already, but we're gonna auto-resolve here. Already tell the important stuff of the beta. Yeah, Alexandra. So very easy. Lots of lords don't have siege attacker, which means that even their first or second battle, like Archeon, the first battle, you need to wait a turn. You'll need to wait a turn to build a ram at least, or some stuff. And then, of course, because you're building one ram, you're not going to put yourself in a position where you attack and you're under the attack of the towers without having at least a couple of ladders, okay? So the least that you can with Archeon, for instance, is to wait one turn for 2 ladders and 1 battering ram. It's fairly doable because I was just now doing it and it was like, oh, it's really a situation of not waiting too long to attack, and at the same time I wanted to ensure that, let me auto-resolve this. I wanted to ensure that I would do it, as relaxed as possible. I auto-resolved the first battle like I did here, so that I had casualties that I wouldn't have usually, But it was fairly doable, but I really realized, okay, I need to build the ladders in addition to the ram. Now the rams arrive to the gates, and it's like 1-2 touches down, which is great. Like Archeon and the spawn were attacking the other gate forever, completely. So those were also changed up. The towers attack slightly less, but they do more damage because they don't attack immediately outright. So you can just send out, let's say you can risk it and send out just the battering ram alone, or just the ladders alone. But the towers do a lot more damage. But overall, it feels like the overall balance it has changed a bit, and it's unsure whether or not they're going to keep some lords without those siege attackers. The difference is being able to attack on that first turn or not, because sometimes you would like that, right? But if Archeon would have a way to attack, I don't know if that first battle is good. You may be able to cheese it, but I would always advise to do a couple of ladders and to do a battering ram. So it's kind of balanced it out. If everyone has to do this, if no one has, an easier start because of this, then maybe it balances it out, Okay, let me replenish my army here. I'll try to show this. So for instance, the Sentinels doesn't have a battle. Tower of Gorgoth, I have yet to find it. So let me go like this. Let me auto-resolve. I'll build up some more units. So occupy as an outpost. This is fine, it's just for testing purposes, of course, like you guys know. I don't want to spend that money. There we go, and now we're gonna get some blunderbusses, some great weapon units. There we go. I don't want anything else. Yeah, no worries, Alexander. Thank you for watching the stream. So far, I'm still unsure whether I like it or not. It's certainly different. It has made a difference. That's for sure. It's not just a small change. No, it's a big change to how it works. So who knows? It's for the better or not. That depends. I guess it's from each person will take their own conclusions, of course. But it's more difficult. Yeah, definitely. I'm on normal, and I said I don't know if you were live when I said this. On normal, I felt it was harder than when I was playing on legendary, because the fact that you would get previously so many ladders and everyone would go to the front, the enemy would sometimes leave the walls. It would be easier for you to invade through the gates later. So yeah. So let me see if I have anywhere where's the tower? There we go. I want to invade there and see how it works. I think next turn I can attack. So one more. Let me give no shields. There we go. Let me see what happens. Nothing here because I don't have the armaments. I'm only gaining 11, but that's fine. I don't really need anything else. Just want to check if I want a source of profit. By the way, let me check who has. If the Overseer has or not. No, they don't. Okay, so no one has Siege Attacker. Control -1. I think having Siege Attacker itself for some factions would become quite a nice trait. I haven't seen that one, so yeah. Faithful, needful, I like that. I like that a lot. Magical item. And this guy, he's just gonna get built some stuff. There we go. I have diplomacy to do. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. All I need to do is one battle. I just hope they don't go over there. If they do, well, we'll have a nice fight to test. I'm also searching for that big fight, like that you would say, okay, is this something that we can do? You know, I could go maybe for this and then attack over there on the gates of Sandergrund. Who knows? So yeah, let's go the call to war. And let's declare war. Yeah, see? No way to... That's a lot of units. No way to actually attack. Let me see if they kept that. Yes, so Chaos Dwarfs always had Siege Towers +4. And they gave the same to Siege Towers plus... Siege Ladders +4. Okay, so some factions will have a difference on this. Okay, I can have 4 siege towers instead of 4 siege ladders. Okay, that's what I'm gonna have. So see, some factions have it better when sieging. I believe this army can attack me. Hopefully not too much. Let me get some more archers here. Not that I have the money for it, but it's fine. Okay, they are attacking me there. So this is not a good example to find because they're just gonna attack me. Yeah, I can Pyrrhic Victory. I honestly only lose the Hobgoblins. Let me do this. Okay, I'm gonna occupy as a tower. Let me see if someone comes in that I need to defend. I just won't build anything here and I'll see if I can defend it. You know, the sort of idea. I won't even have good stuff, let's say, to defend, like a lot of defenses, let's say. Maybe I can get some more garrison. Just some income, of course. Casualty replenishment rate, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't have a lot of stuff. So I'll just leave them to produce an army until he can siege me. So let's see how it works. Yeah, the military convoy is available. I'm not going to go for that. He already has 1 army recruiting. I'm going to keep it such and see, because with this, it's exactly a 20 stack. So yeah, let's see how it works. I'll just keep getting some more missile strength, for instance. Yeah. Let's see if I can force it. I'll just end turn forever and see if I can force a defensive siege. And if I can, I'd like to recommend it. So, because I wanted to recommend at least, hey, check out an offensive siege or a couple of them. One is Kemmler, definitely, because he doesn't have any way to get that. Another one is Archeon. And if I can get a defensive siege here, that would be great. Let's see. Let's hope that he gets to attack me there. And build up an army. Okay, so he's here. Doesn't seem like he seems he's recruiting. So yeah. Yeah, some factions destroyed. Now he is getting some more units for that army. I'm hoping that he gets a full one. I could get better units there, but no. I'll just keep sending out the end turn. And I hope he comes for this place. That's why I should have a full stack on the other side. Yeah. I need to have a full stack on the other side to prevent that. This is all trying to see if I can bait the AI into trying a full siege. Because I want to see how they handle it. But I can't go too deep there. Tretch is likely going to attack me. Maybe they attack the Black Fortress, and that would be nice. So I'm going to send out some unit here. See if they attack the Sentinels. And then maybe defend against them. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting anything at random. So I don't want my power to grow too much. See if I can bait them. I can also test by having the AI, of course, on a skirmish battle. But I want something a little bit better than that, you know? So he's getting slowly there. That's 8. And he's recruiting, so that's good. That's good. I keep seeing the caravans go by, and I think that they're about to siege me or something. Okay, he's already trespassing here. So who knows, he attacks the Black Fortress. That would be nice to see. You know, because I definitely want to see how cheesable it is, how the AI acts on offensive sieges, and whether or not they take them. So this is normal. If they would do this on normal, it's the opposite. Like, they would definitely do it on legendary. So I think actually restarting as Razwath and going here to the tower creates 2 places where the AI can attack you, and it may be a good example to try out. So I'll have to try it on legendary later and see how it went. Like, even auto resolve until I get to the tower, and then after I do that, see if I don't build anything and how the AI handles that situation. Industry, no, not that, labor quotas. Let's go. He's already on 12. Okay. Yeah, this guy is definitely going to attack me. Definitely going to attack me. And likely going to take the Sentinels. I don't mind. I want them to come over against the Black Fortress. There's already a couple of armies coming in. Yeah, that's good. This is on normal, by the way. So of course I went and declared war to someone that I shouldn't. But still, it's nice to see the AI having this presence. Yeah, look at that. He's attacking me. There's no way I can defend that. That's not even a settlement. Okay, I'm gonna reduce that. Oh, he's not taking it. That's interesting. And I think Imrik might be able to assault me. He doesn't have siege attacker. That's interesting. Does he have... No, he has a flyer, Great Eagle, but he doesn't have siege attacker. And this is on 14. I wonder. Yeah. Let's see, I really want them to attack. Come on. I can't make it easier for you guys. Can't make it easier for the AI. I know that people have mentioned that on forts, it's too easy because you don't get to build all the equipment, so only through the gates, and that's a problem. Okay, Imrik didn't attack. And he's already going to build a secondary army, so that's cool. Let me just keep going for this. I could get a better garrison, but I don't want to. I want to give them a chance. Okay, he already has a full army, or is going to have a full army, likely going to attack me. Tretch is under attack here, everywhere. I'm just getting gold in labor and everything. I mean, that's pretty fine. Come on, how long do I have to wait? And you guys. Come on, AI. Yeah, people are even mentioning how it could be reworked in terms of getting a siege attacker, actually. To the rear echelon or labor? Let's get labor. I don't need to replenish. You have 19, please, come on. Come on, he's likely going to attack me. Because I want to see how they... If they attack, that means that they understand that they cannot assault on the first turn. And if then, what do they build? Do they wait and build a lot of stuff? Do they just build a ram and go at it? So there's a lot of questions here. And this is for normal. So whatever they do here, they definitely do it better on legendary, assuming that's possible, of course. So I have some conclave influence. Let me go for the Tower of Tsar. Yeah. So... Oh, it's giving me the tutorial stuff. Really? I already played the campaign. And won. So armaments, casualty replenishment rate, winds of magic, armaments. No, I would like army ability. No, let's get a weapon on armor. Claim seat, because I really want to check at the same time what do they get actually. Okay, 20. He's getting another army, that's for sure. Come on, my power hasn't grown in forever, and you still are not attacking? I should have gone legendary. But that's also important to note. Like, this is a behavior that the AI should not have, really. Like, they should be aiming to do this more often. Now they captured. They went to sack. Now they captured. This one isn't even attacking. Executioner's Axe? Really? Okay. And the potion, I guess that's fine. So damage walls and stuff like that is going to become way more powerful. I want to see if they would attack me. Hopefully. Come on, I have 2 places and they barely have any garrison. Just go for it, AI. I know this is a competitive area, but please. If I see them moving, I'll already be happy. No? These guys are replenishing, not building. He's building more units. And he got actually a bolt thrower. That's interesting. Is this in purpose? Is this on purpose because of the siege? Does the AI understand it? So now that they have it, I wonder if they go for it. So let's see. Hey Lord Wolfguard, welcome to the stream. No, I don't want that because I really want someone to attack my settlements. I want to see the defensive ones. And I'm leaving them mostly undefended. Come on, I want it easier. Just throw some further my walls. I want to see how the paint holds. Yeah. Build the business. And he's not coming. Okay. Guess that's fine. Imrik should come over. Like this army is nothing. Definitely this is not thwarting a 20 stack, so please go for it. So I'm literally just skipping the turns. I want to see that this is a good setup of having 2 settlements that they have siege battles to see how the would go. They're giving good ones actually. They're decent ones. But I got an executioner's axe, so it can give me rare ones. Yeah, these guys are not gonna attack, that's for sure. I'm gonna withdraw this army. Should I attack Crookback Mountain? I think so. I think I cannot get it, so... Is there any other place where Mount Gumbad, where I wouldn't find someone powerful? Pigbotter, maybe. Could go and try to capture Pigbotter. Well, if I spend just a couple of turns, I'm pretty sure someone will attack me. I have a decent computer. This is what the stuff that you don't see in my playthroughs nowadays, because I just eliminate the end turn. This is the amount of time you kind of have to wait. And I do have a good computer, but this is, recording. It causes all that. So this guy doesn't go for attack me. I'm just gonna, at this point, position here, ambush, so that I can hide. Talisman of Preservation, really? That's nice. Yeah, I have to withdraw there to bait them. I wanted to have a more epic battle, but it doesn't seem like the AI goes for it, even though they have a siege attacker. And now it's kind of... Hi, Kuso. Playing Nakai right now. Seeing this change makes me not want to play Nakai soon. Yeah, I don't know if Nakai has that, but I can check it for you, actually. So it's not on help patches in unit. Okay, now they're coming in. Unit is spell browser. I can check that out. Nakai. Hi, dude. Nakai has siege attacker. Okay? So with the siege attacker, the biggest problem is that it's not just having the siege attacker. It's having the siege attacker, and then do you need to build ladders? Do you need to build siege walls? And with the Sacred Croxigors, the quota, so the cohort has siege attacker, and the Sacred Croxigors have. Okay? Okay. I'm in game right now. This. Sweet. So yeah, it's like they're able. So Nakai is able because he's a croc. He's a crook. And now, is he sieging me? Yes, he is. And laying siege, and it's building some stuff. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's watch it unfold and let's see how it works. I kind of want to lose the settlement. I want to see the AI do it well, or maybe I'll just be playing as easily as possible. Okay, so they took one turn. I don't know. Can I see what kind of battles or what kind of units does he have? I cannot. And he doesn't have anything that has siege attacker, right? Just checking. No? Nothing that really has siege attacker. So all that he has are these guys. Imagine a scrap upgrade giving siege attacker. Okay, let's fight the battle. It tells me valiant defeat. If I wasn't clear, normal is really to see what the, let's say, the average. Finally they attacked. Sorry about that, Sam. I swear I thought I would be attacked as soon as they had like the 20 stack. And then I forgot, oh, they don't have as many recruitment slots. Because it's normal. I'm used to like, oh, this is going to be really fast. And suddenly, no, it takes them time. Okay, so there's some developments. All right. What do they favor? They built 4 siege towers. Okay. They are still splitting up. This is something that I don't like. Oh, see? They're splitting up. They have everything here that doesn't have the siege towers. So I can likely see do some damage here. So what do I want? First of all, let me see how the pathfinding goes here. Yeah. Look at the frames. Oh God. Yeah, look at that. Oh God. Okay. So this used to be a big problem. It's still a big problem. But oh well. What do they have here? Goblins, and what's that other unit? Another goblins, and then the Lord, right? The Orc War Boss. So if I only have these guys, I should have no problem dealing with those. And also see how the towers deal with the siege towers. Oh. Yeah. Seemed good. I watched the siege parts for the whole stream, so yeah, I was on board. Well, thank you. Okay, so this is group 2. This is on group 1. I'm just going to leave the Lord here to offer some support when the enemy Lord arrives and see if that becomes a good idea or not, I wanted to... I hate that when they dock like this, so I'm going to dock him here. At least if they come over, I'll be able to use some damage there. And you are going to... So there's no point, for instance, putting a unit here to get that wall, because it's never going to hit anything. So yeah, let me start the deployment. I want to get some level of towering here. So there's one tower here. Oh, it's less costs? Is this something from the Chaos Dwarves? Costs less? This doesn't, but the towers cost less, way less. Second upgrade costs the same as the third one? Range 200. Range 200. 200. Does this one have more? No. So there's not even a lot of point in getting that tower. Maybe this one. Let's get this one. Let's see if that one will resolve it. So you guys, you're going to go over here. That's for sure. And you guys are going to go here. Oh, hold on. I have way many. There we go. And you guys... I'm thinking that they have someone that will knock the gates. So I'll just leave this like this. And let's start a battle. Let's see. You got all the LCs? Yeah, got all the LCs. Some of them even courtesy of CA. Because they're super cool. They're super good on that regard, actually. The siege is low-key a peak change. I was found the cost annoyingly high. Yeah, I didn't see anything on the patch notes, so that's actually quite decent. I wasn't expecting that. So let me see. There's... I don't even want to say to the tower. Oh, they die really easily. Look at that. That's a lot of damage, actually. Cool. So, by the way, do you know what quality of life changes means for lizards and scaly boys next month? According to the live stream, it's not. It's quality of life. You're mentioning right. It's not a full rework. So that's one siege tower destroyed. This one can be. So, yeah, and these archers. I mean, look at this. This is just a slaughter. They're approaching. They're not even attacking the gate, are they? This is a slaughter, actually. I'm not even focusing down anything. I haven't given a single order. And this is the problem that they used to say, that the AI derps a lot, you know? Because this is a problem of them splitting up the army. If they would attack on one side, it would be better. So I think that's a command that the AI should have. They should always go just one, choose one wall section. Don't split up the forces, because it only helps me. At least I think that way. I didn't check whether this can be destroyed. I'm going to risk it. We're testing. Damn, the towers fell apart like back in the days of Warhammer 1. Yeah. Yeah, so the quality of life changes that they did mention. Trees, tech trees, buildings, that sort of idea. Okay, I know that I got one hit on the vehicle health and it didn't destroy it. So maybe magic doesn't really kill them or do anything damaging. I cannot even target them there. Actually, it did. Hold on. Vehicle health 44. Vehicle health 44 here. Vehicle health 91. Does this mean that they still can be targeted by my towers? That would be interesting. Okay, so let me get over here. And over here, yeah, it completely derps out. They did manage to break through the gates. Okay. Did they? How are their units inside? Likely there was a bug here and I wasn't there to spot it. Yeah. But yeah, this is a nightmare situation. So you can easily siege... You know, even the garrison army with just a couple of units is doing a lot against this. So the AI is still retreating through the settlement. This is something that I hope they solve, the pathing. Okay. Over some changes. The same. I really was excited when they said rework, and I'm someone. I'm glad they did the fixing, at least of the wording, so that we don't get false hopes. So it's just some small changes. I enjoy both of them. I hope it's enough to warrant just a little bit. Let me just nuke my own troops, because over there on the other side it's done. I mean, that's the reinforcements and they're not getting through. I'm not even paying attention there. So goblins destroyed. Fort wall is indestructible, actually. No, that's nice. Why is it indestructible? So as soon as there's a gate, okay, as soon as there's a ladder or a siege tower there, it seems like it just does indestructible there. That's interesting. Didn't know. Now it's the most boring race, in my opinion, due to all the walk updates. Yeah, Lizardman. I mean, Oxyotl, that's the race that the part of the race that I find it's good. Nakai is kind of fine as well if you like the horde playstyle. Tehen Hawin has some redeeming qualities to it, but I don't think that anything else has. So victory is in our grasp. Yeah, they still are retreating. I wouldn't be bothered with this if it wasn't for the part that they can actually come back, because that would be annoying. So yeah, victory is in our grasp. Definitely, I'm gonna win this very easily, and that's a victory without even doing anything. So I don't like this. If the AI attacks, I want them to come forth with all of that. Just imagine they managed to push through a little bit. They would have done a much better job having all the siege towers here and stuff. So this is still not the best in terms of... I'm glad I did this. This is still not the best in terms of examples for this. So let's end the battle. That's a victory. I'll take it. I should have replayed, actually. Damn. Should have replayed to see if they always deploy like that or not. But yeah. My favorite was Krokar, just because of how cool he was. But yeah, their mechanics are just boring as hell. I even advised something, and I was sad because I was guessing that the CA was doing something about this. I'll explain. Kislev got something on their edicts recently to deny climate. And climate is a big problem for Lizardmen because Oxyotl doesn't have that and plays wonderfully. So yeah, heroic victory, not even trying. I'm not even joking. So don't like this. CA, please. If you check the stream, don't like this. But that will be on the receiving end. I should have kept the save file. I think I can go and do it. So just army replenished, yeah. I think I can go and save the file. So I'm gonna leave. He's not even attacking this one, so no point. I'm gonna exit the main menu. I know that auto saved the file, and I would like to save it again. So battle replays, this one is saved. Okay, and I want to do, yeah, this is U1 bow, by the way. I'm already on episode 8. I have to. When you're recording for YouTube, you have to go ahead a little bit. Just to ensure, you know, that you have the proper timing is always correct if you can. So what I want is to save that file on somewhere on anywhere else, because otherwise it's going to rewrite it. I can actually click to fight the battle. I'll do it in a moment, but just allow me a second. So this could go users, app data, roaming, creative assembly, Warhammer 3 replays, and the autosave replay, save and copy to desktop. There you go, that's just it. It's done. So now let me fight the battle and see if they do the same idea or differently. Let me see if they have the towers, because I know that there's a lot of problems already with the replays. Maybe I can give some feedback on that as well. Sorry guys, it's like the stream says, it's testing. It's all about checking in and doing some feedback for them. AI quirky again. Yeah, completely. Look, same deployment that they did. Okay, it saves up the deployment, it saves up the ladders, the siege towers. Okay, that's good, but they're gonna be the same actually. So the behavior won't likely change. Yeah, behavior won't likely change. So yeah, no, doesn't matter. Let me go for another. Who do you think has a good chance of being sieged very soon in the campaign? Grand Cathay? Like, how do they attack the gates of the bastion? I wonder if they do it well. Yeah, let me start the campaign. Still normal. Yeah, let's see how they do. I should have gone on Realms of Chaos. But I'll try just to survive and not risk anything. And just wait until they siege me up. Okay, let's continue. I'm not even bothering or playing fast, you know. I really need to confederate. I forgot. I don't start with them. I need to confederate them. Okay, that's fine. I'll just build something that gives me income. This is normal, so it should have no issues. Yeah, let's go for this. Nan Li, then Wang Cheng. Do I lose anything? No, I don't. Occupy. Let me get some cavalry. Why not? Crack of Blaze, Wall Breaker. Mazda has a lot of options for offensive sieges. Yes, Skegi and the Slaneshi one. That's true. That's true. But Mazda sucks so much, man. He's great fighting against. I fought him, and he's great to fight against. He's awful to fight with, actually, nowadays. Well, it's just the lack of stuff to do. No, there's a sincere lack of stuff. I don't know if you guys watched my feedback in terms of sieges. One of the things that I want is campaign stuff. I want decision making that is necessary there. You know, I want to be able to at least the main capitals of specific races to have like the same idea as a Nemesis crown, you know, a dilemma when you capture those. Maybe you keep them, maybe you get a nice vassal for all empire factions have to attack you, or they all become friendly to you, anything like that. Okay, seasoned trackers, I have that. Let's get drill training.
Schematics from
And I usually don't do this, but yeah, I'm gonna just do this. Because I want to see. Let's get more control. And I want to go in Chung, and then I want to go to the Snake Gate, see if they would confederate. I know that they confederate really fast, so let me just try. Maybe they lose it, and then I'll capture it. Yep. Elspeth has the option to besiege. Oh, that's nice. That's true. And commandment, yes, all that. Let's get more recruitment cost. Whatever the cities is, yep. Definitely Elspeth would be a nice one as well. I'm focusing more on defensive. I just want to see how the AI works with, you know, with the Bastion maybe. It could be Reichland as well. Reichland could be because of the forts, but the forts are kind of different. The AI derps on those are as I've heard, actually. So you're still recruiting, and I want 3 cavalrymen. That's it. Always check the deals.
wishes no ill upon those.
Yeah, you're gonna be really good friends. I don't want threats here. So, yeah. By the way, if I know you under a different name, guys, from Discord or Facebook, let me know. Because sometimes I actually speak with you guys without realizing it.
I decree death.
This is not, by the way, any playthrough to recommend or anything like that.
Ready to
This is literally just playing through and seeing what shows up. For instance, because of this possibility, I would like you never build that.
I stand apart.
And I know that I'm going way too fast, but this is just to skip turns, see if I can confederate the Bastion, and then see if we have a defensive Bastion battle. I want to see how the AI handles those, even though I may have to go way before that, but I can do it on another live stream some other time. But at least the feedback that I can give now is decent, as in the AI derps a little bit on this sort of attitude. Yeah, I lost 1 unit, it's fine.
Make a watchtower of it.
I can do that.
The storm dragon.
I want the Storm of Shadows, yeah, why not?
The bastion's defense requires it.
Got Sirendum here.
Storm abides.
And more archers, more these guys.
None may refuse my
So Dragon Gate, Snake Gate, what they have, 12, 12. Let me keep checking.
child of
No.
the nine.
Have the same name everywhere though. I'm new here. Well, welcome to the stream. I don't typically stream. Usually it's more because of, you know, having the kids and stuff, and also work. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, half an hour in my lunchtime, and I'll record some stuff. So and the recording process, it's like completely different now, because when I record I sometimes have to repeat stuff just to ensure that there's some quality of it. Okay, so this is a siege that I would have to do, but I don't, because she has siege attacker. So see, just what's the difference of doing this? Now let me check siege ladders 2. Yeah, she can always get this. This seems to be like a 1 turn, 2 turns at the most with a full stack, even a stack that is weakened. But I want to go for the defensive siege. So I already saw the offensive ones. This would be a very easy one there. I can continue this siege for 1 turn, then I can play it out. Let me just see if I can defend there. Really want, I don't want to grow too much in power, because that would thwart people from trying to go over here, you know. Let me just see if, do I have anything that gives me diplomacy at this moment in time? No. Growth? Yeah, it's kind of fine. Our disciplinary, inspiring recruitment, inspiring presence. Don't take this as an optimal course of events, by the way. Let me see how the AI reacts, maybe by splitting it up. Selfless leader or selfish. Yeah, let's go. That's nice. It actually changed. They need to change. They had some attrition, but that shouldn't be enough to give me a decisive victory. Does it mean that labor cost with the siege equipment, it counts now? That would be interesting, because that would help the AI. Because then the AI attacks more often, because they have a better battle result here. So you have more defensive sieges overall. So that would have to be checked. Here's one way that I can do it, because I likely will have to leave. I have a meeting with, I have to get my kids actually at 4:30, so I'm meeting my wife. So yeah, let me see this. Hold on. Continue the siege. Let me delete some units. Oh my god, I'm so bad at the game. Can I merge? No, let me see this. Is already close? No. Let's continue the siege. delete the units that really don't do too much on this scenario. Close victory. Let me just see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just see if this increases close victory to another. How dare that Shugengan stand against the dragon? Yeah. It's the influence from the chaos. Let me see if this causes that. It can be the attrition, but I doubt that such low attrition would give me such a change. They want peace. No. No peace. They're not attacking the Bastion. Well, we won't be able to do that. Control +6. Execute the Alchemist. Do nothing. Have some tea. Add it to the water supply. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any threat here. Are the new changes good? And is that a new siege equipment? Yes, you have ladders. I'm going to show it to you. Decisive victory. So yes, guys, I don't have this confirmed, but it does seem like having the siege equipment does increase the battle result. And that would be great a change for the AI. It doesn't really affect you as the player, but the auto resolve would of course be better. Let me just fight it out and see how it works. So you have the siege ladders. Okay, they still are not decorated, so they are just placeholders. Okay, what it changes a lot in the game, Artorius. So it changes a lot in the sense of some lords won't be able to fight initially to auto-resolve just the first, or to attack immediately the first siege. They have to build siege equipment, so they have to wait at least a turn. Yeah, but if they have increased what I think with the towers and such, giving more points, let's say, for the auto resolve, it means the AI will attack more often. The problem is that the AI, if you're recent here on the stream, if you watched previously, there's a siege and they just sent all the siege equipment on one side and every single other unit on the other side, and that's not helpful because it just made it so much easier for me to defend. It can be the difficulty. Okay, it can be like it was a normal, so this is a normal, but I also want the changes to be good on normal. You know, there's a lot of people who play on easy, normal, hard, and they deserve to have the same quality of experience, right? So that's something that I was checking out and I was like, yeah, I gotta test this on normal, you know. That was there before too? Oh, I didn't know. See, that's how often I build siege equipment as well in my campaigns. I did build them, but I don't think I ever fought anything that would make the change there. But still, that's good for the AI. That's definitely good for the AI. So, Miao Ying can definitely attack the wall, but I want to just showcase to you. I'll have to go, actually. Valiant defeat plus battering ram, close victory. Okay. Yeah, the valiant defeat and Pyrrhic victory, they're about the same in terms of value. It's a banner can change that, you know. So you always should make those small changes if you're interested in not resolving that. So you can see the ladder is completely a placeholder ladder. Like, honestly, this will look quite amazing with the sort of idea here from the siege towers. I want to see if this is quite a nice castle. I want to see if they can destroy some of my siege towers. So let's see. I won't even change anything. So you have a gate. I'll just deploy as derpy as possible. That's a nice turtle. So yeah, a couple of ladders here. You already have this here. That's good. You have here. You're here. You guys are here. I'm not aiming to win this, just to see how the AI does this. Oh, they have almost nothing here on this side. What's happening? Okay. See, for instance, why is this one going there? Because of that one. Okay. Who's attacking with this? Oh, it's this one. Okay, hold on. I don't want any help from you. So they are attacking, definitely. I'm gonna go. By the way, see you guys. Yep. See you, Septrum is still here. I've never seen that. See, you guys are gonna see this one. That's for sure. That's a nice turtle. Yeah, looks great. Definitely you're gonna need that. So vehicle health 33%. Yeah, the ladder is the biggest problem is that they don't cover the unit. So the unit is still, it's better if it is a shielded unit. So yeah, that's something that always happens. Same thing here. You know, the vehicle health definitely going to survive. But the towers need to be safe because they do lose vehicle health. He's somehow focusing both at the same time. So he's focusing nothing and allowing me to get through. So yeah, I'm going to speed it up. Fight it as speed up as possible. But oh, I wanted to see this. So it has engaged and look at how fast it was. Look how fast that is. That is actually a great change because battering rams are slow. You want them to knock the gates open really fast, and historically it wouldn't take too long. I mean, the battering rams were quite powerful. And about at the same time, everyone reaches at the same time, and I like this change. So that's good. Peasant archers, you're gonna go here. In this situation, everyone had... Let me see it open. That's a nice tower. I remember seeing this one, actually. I did use once or twice. Or a few times, actually. Yeah, but this feels like a siege, you know? And it took me 2 turns to have all of this, which would be more than enough to send, you know, 8 infantry units across the gates and stuff. So this feel like didn't change too much. You just have to wait 2 turns now. So yeah. Let's attack like this, attack like this. You're gonna go here. Yeah, this is, for instance, you can tell that they are... The ladders are a bit ridiculous. Oh god. Definitely ridiculous. But oh well. What lord would you recommend for learning them the first time? For Chaos Dwarfs, I like Astrogoth, but he has a slightly difficult one. Still, I think he's the best. Definitely not Layton, because he doesn't start with magic, okay? And you want to have something like a caster lord, for instance, gives you some changes. But yeah, the ladders, they warned us. Look at that. Look at that. See, we're falling. They actually have an animation for that, which is still impressive to see. I don't know where that came from. So yeah. This guy is attacking that unit. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna attack here, and that's it. At this point, I'm just gonna try and win this. So the AI does react well. Oh, he has surrounded my troops here. That's cool. But I wish they were... I wish they were more deployed around the wall, you know. Still, that's nice. They are getting the walls. Let me just drop some bombs when it's likely. Hold on. I'm gonna tell them to go here, and I'll drop them. There you go. Kill my own man, Skaven style. Oh, that was a nice attack. The AI is also getting a lot of good casting ability. You know, improvements in the casting ability, that's for sure. So I'm gonna go here with the archers. I'm gonna attack over here. Actually, just send in the crows. 40 seconds. Shouldn't be too trouble. Yeah, see, it should be allowing me to deploy like there, you know. That just leaves a sour place. I'm gonna have to just backspace when it's a small trick when these situations happen. Just backspace when they're on top of them. And now I'm gonna wait out and drop the bombs. That should be enough to win this over. Yeah. Attacks from the rear and such. Yeah, let's attack all those. There we go. Attack here. Likely gonna have some trouble. Where's this? Attack this peasant archer. And that's army losses, that's for sure. As soon as he gets a shot, done. Yeah. Told you. But yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. That was good. I'm actually gonna... I can save replay, but this one doesn't have a lot of feedback for them. Do you know of any other factions like Skaven or Elves where they can be stealth or skirmish focused? Okay, stealth or skirmish focused. You can try Empire. You can try Empire with Marcus Wolfhard. Yeah, it's difficult, but it may be just the case for you. You know? Yeah, Marcus Wolfhard, I think it would go well. Because you'll have all the war wagons, you'll have the hunters, you can have some skirmishing cav and do, you know, quite a decent job with those. You're up against lizards, but yeah, I think that would be nice. Other than lizardmen, who can do a little bit of the skirmishing idea, but that's just chameleon skill. So Oxyotl, for instance, can do that as well. That sort of skirmishing style. But of course, you lack the missile cavalry, so it's not like you have a tremendous power with that. So yeah, that's it for the stream, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. This is just a test stream. If I have the time, I'll do another test stream, and I'll try to have something prepared. I didn't have anything prepared, really. I went forth with just whatever whatever would happen. But I like some of the changes. I like that it doesn't feel like it changes too much on the offensive, but on the defensive, I want improvements. I want the EI to just stick to one wall. I'm not even joking. The fact that they split up, it's kind of fine when there's no walls. It's a good strategy. I don't mind it. But if they are fighting against the wall, I want them to be where their equipment is. So that's the first feedback I already sent to CA after this stream, and I still want to fill out the form at this moment. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the few next episodes of course, my YouTube playthroughs, and thank you so much for keeping me company. Bye bye.